Hello, welcome to another video. Look at me, filming. Long story short, folks, I took a break from Goodreads for a long time. It's been over a year since I last used Goodreads, until the other day when I went through and updated it with every book that I had read in my absence. So all of the books that I've read so far this year have now been logged into my Goodreads. So announcement time. Doo-doo! I'm back on Goodreads. When I was like in my bad headspace area, I tried to remove everything from my life that caused me unnecessary stress, and logging my books and doing homework after I was reading were just little stressors that I could remove from my life. I'm now in a much better space and want to get back to doing Goodreads. So I took some time out of my evening the other day to entirely catch myself up with Goodreads and log every book that I've read so far this year. Now, of course, I did this very speedily. I was just going, name of book, yes, I've read it. Name of book, yes, I've read it. Name of book, yes, I've read it. Just so that all of the books I've read are logged. I did not take the time to peruse what other people thought of these books and what the general opinion of them against my own ratings were. So I thought we could do that now. I thought that might be fun. It might not be, but it might be. I have my laptop just here. I'm not going to do screen recording because I can't be arsed, okay? I will screenshot any particularly amazing reviews that I come across, but otherwise you just have to take my word for it. But we have got my 2022 reading challenge. I set it to 10 books just so it marked as being completed, but it's currently sat at 80 books. I haven't included any rereads that I've done this year. I've done quite a few of those actually, but I haven't included any rereads because I was literally just quickly going through and logging, yes, I've read it, yes, I've read it, yes, I've read it. If it was already marked as read, I didn't go to the hassle of adding extra dates and stuff. I didn't have the time, alright? I didn't have the time. But yeah, I thought we could go through, look at some of the ones that I've rated either particularly high or particularly low, and look at the opposite ratings. Sort of like reacting to one-star reviews of my favourite books, except not necessarily of my favourite books, just in general. What does Goodreads think about the books that I have read this year? Because I don't know yet. So let's look. This is also gonna end up being some sort of rundown of the books that I have read this year. So let's go to the very beginning. Right, very early this year I read the first romance I have ever read, which was Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly. I ended up rating that a 3-star, but how does that compare? Its average rating is 3.8, so I'm not too far off the mark with that, but I would love to see some really bad reviews of it, because I ended up enjoying it a whole lot more than I thought I would, so I'm just gonna see if there's some great 1-star reviews of that one. This one's quite good. I don't know about the love part in the book, but it sure as fuck is a disaster. This book is so boring. Cooking show is basically pointless. The cooking show was the whole reason I ended up enjoying that. Offended. DNF, DNF, DNF. DNF. I don't rate a book if I've DNF'd it. I have made that decision this year. I no longer rate books that I DNF. Well, that was fun. Heartbreaking and fun. Should we balance that out with some 5 stars for it? 4-star is its most popular rating. My heart is so full. Oh, I love that. This is how rom-coms should be written. My first really good read of 2022. It was my first read of 2022. Those reviews are just good. They're not funny. They're just good. Right, let's move on to something else. What else did I read? I read some Percy Jackson, some Robin Hobb, Goldie Vance. Oh, The Black Hawks by Jadeyraereads is up there with being one of my favourite reads of the year. I gave it 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. So let's break my heart and look at some 1-star reviews of that, because I can definitely see how that might not be to everybody's taste, but damn was it to mine. Its overall rating is 3.75. I gave it 5 though. Okay, that review is just really wordy. But from what I'm getting from it, they're complaining that the book was too wordy. But, like, have you read your own review? DNF. 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 Oh, that's a nice review. Didn't work for me, I'm afraid. One for more grimdark fans, I imagine. I disagree. I'm not necessarily a grimdark fan. I just really like the humour. But I like that review. That was alright. Lots of DNFing, throwing the towel in. Book wasn't for me. Oh, come on, give me something funny. Okay, none of these are funny. Damn, okay. I mean, that's a good thing, not breaking my heart, but I've seen comparisons to Joe Abercrombie and no, it should not be compared. I haven't read any Joe Abercrombie, so I can't make that comparison. The hero in this one is quite unlikable, and I have no idea why he's the hero. It's literally, like, the point. Story's confusing, characters are confusing. Please do not fall for the comparison to First Law or Joe Abercrombie. I wanted to stab the hero so the books could stop. But Shell is supposed to be annoying. I'm sorry you felt that way. That was disappointing though, there were no funny reviews. Let's look at some 5 stars though, just to validate my feelings. Ed McDonald gave it 5 stars. Hell yes, my dude. Yes. The Black Hawks is a type of fantasy I haven't read in a long while. It's fun. Hell yeah it is. Larger-than-life characters thrown together in a small world, full of consequences and cock-ups. Yes, it is! If you're expecting a bunch of merry or not-so-merry mercs from the get-go, curb your enthusiasm. Mine! I frickin' loved this. That was mine. Favourite book read in 2020? Karen, yes. I like your opinion. I feel validated now. Let's go back and find something else. Obviously, we're not going through every book I read so far this year, just some that stand out to me. I read Starfell, I read some more Goldie Vance, I read lots of polar fantasy, some Gen Lions, The Righteous, which is the sequel. Oh, The Bone Ships by R.J. Barker. I ended up really not enjoying that one, but it seems to have a very high opinion elsewhere. It just didn't sit well with me. Apparently I gave it 3 stars, that's probably more like a 2. But its average on Goodreads is actually 4.07, which is higher than 4, which I feel like is kind of rare to come across on Goodreads. Yeah, let's see what people have said about this one. Oh, loved this book. 3 star, 3 star, 4 star. Let's get past my friends' opinions. Oh my goodness, it has, yeah, a lot of high ratings. Eesh. I'm gonna dive into the 1 stars. Giving up. DNFing. Disappointment! Yeah. Ships, sea serpents, pirates, water, all my buzzwords, but it fell so flat. Not my cup of tea. I have no clue what's going on. It took you 3 months to DNF it. Wow. DNF. Lots of DNFs. Oh, unfortunately it has John Gwyn's praise stamped on the back, so it was disappointing. But what did people love about that? Because I didn't. Shall I have a look at the 5-star reviews and see what it was that people loved so much? The greatest starts to a fantasy series of all time. I'm really sorry, but I just cannot agree with you. Oh my god, Robin Hobb gave it 5 stars. I kind of get that, I guess. I can see her in it a little bit. John Gwyn gave it 5 stars. Dave gave it 5 stars. I don't know who Dave is. Nicholas Ames gave it 5 stars. I haven't read any Nicholas Ames yet, but I'm very excited to. But gave it 5 stars. I can't be bothered to read them though, because I just don't care about the book or good opinions of the book. Oh, this could be fun. Bad Gods by Gay Sebald. Weird book. Very weird book. I feel like the reviews of that are surprisingly positive. I gave it 4 stars. Its Goodreads average is 3.89. But I feel like some reviews of it are probably going to be quite entertaining because it's a very weird book. Let's have a look at the 1-star reviews. DNF. I got about 30 pages in and quit. Why did you rate it? I feel like there are only 4 1-star reviews. for me to read, and four of them are DNFs. They're all DNFs. I feel like their opinions matter. Everyone's opinion matters. But, like, you're not going to give me anything entertaining for that, are you? Let's look at the 5 stars. Straight talking, no nonsense hero with a fascinating backplot. Reminded me of Star Wars. Interesting. The freshest, lightest, and most entertaining fantasy I've read in a very long time. It is fresh, light, and entertaining. I do have to agree with that. I've read it 3 times now, and I love it just as much each time I come back. That's amazing. Everyone knows that Star Wars isn't really science fiction. It's just fantasy with spaceships, which doesn't make it any less amazing, when it's amazing, mind. Babylon Steel's setting is basically the Star Wars universe at its most fun, exciting, and dramatic. Let's see something else. Legends and Lattes. I ended up really enjoying that, and I know that obviously it's now been traditionally published. I have got a traditional version as well as a self-published version of that. I really liked that book. Can I stomach bad reviews for that book? And it's up for a Goodreads Choice Award as well, in the Best Fantasy category. I think I would vote for that. I really liked it. I don't know what's in the Goodreads Awards at the minute, though. I have no idea. But yeah, let's just break my little heart and look at the 1-star reviews. Less than 1% 1-star reviews. It is overwhelmingly 5 stars and has a Goodreads average of 4.42. That's incredibly high. So, who gave it 1 stars? I'll never trust BookTube again. I feel like this guy was let down. Whoops. It's more of a low-energy D&D one-shot than a novel. Dull and boring. You were reading the wrong book. DNF. 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 I learnt a very important lesson from this book. Cozy fantasy is not my genre. It is mine. I really liked it. I'm disappointed for that guy who is never going to trust BookTube again. I'm sorry, dude. We all let you down there. Sorry if you can hear my throat. I feel like my voice is probably coming across a bit weird. I do have a bit of a sore throat. Let's see. I read some Lumberjane, some Ascenders, some Pokemon, some more Hob. Ooh, The Promised Neverland. I didn't like that. Which is an incredibly unpopular opinion, judging from its Goodreads average of 4.45. So I ended up rating it 2 stars. No, I didn't. I rated it 3 stars. 2 stars. Maybe I was being generous. This one's brilliant. This one's a 4-star rating. It's just the top recommended one to me. Yeah, okay. That definitely wasn't at all what I imagined. What the fuck? I'm with you on that, because what the fuck? Oh my god, lots of 5-star reviews. It's so well loved. DNF'd it like 30 pages to the end, but I just couldn't read anymore. Ooh. I finished it at least. Let's look at the 1 stars. Okay, I know this person's problem immediately. This book starts off sweet and innocent. It's not. It's not at all. Awful, deceiving manga that starts off nicely, only to transform into a horror after a chapter of making you get attracted to the characters. Attracted? Attached. Sorry. Attached to the characters. This one's great. 1 star. Childish trash. This is another good one. The beginning was good. The ending? No. I'm glad that those people put such effort into their reviews. My throat is really playing up. I'm really dry. I'm sorry. I'm not going to look at the 5-star reviews of that one because there's fucking tons of them. It's a very well-beloved manga. Witch Hat Atelier is another manga that I read this year, volume 1 of that, and absolutely loved. I can't wait to read more of that, but I would be interested to see some negative reviews of that because it's, like, so wholesome and adorable and perfect. I don't know what anyone's problem could be, so let's find out. Finn wants to come in. Here's my baby boy. You be nice. Oh, hey, babe. Mauled by a dog. Oh, Finny boy. Here's my Finny boy. Ah! awful. Right, so Witch Hat Atelier's overall average is 4.39. So again, very positive. Finn wants to attack the beanbag. Let's look at some negative reviews. 1% negative, or 1 star even, reviews. Let's see what they are. There's one of them and it's in French. I don't speak French. Damn. Never mind. I finished the Jade War, Jade Legacy, Greenbone Saga. I won't look at those because, again, very popular. Some other less popular ones. Oh, Little Witch Academia. I didn't like that, but I know that it's quite popular. An average of 3.75. I ended up giving it 2 stars. This person said pretty much exactly what I thought. Didn't love this. It was really confusing and a little bit all over the place, which is exactly what I thought of it. But a lot of the other opinions that I'm seeing on here are that it added stories to the anime. So if you're already a fan of the anime, then you'd probably like the manga a bit more because it just adds extra stories to it. There was no storyline whatsoever. It was confusing. It was boring. Storyline doesn't flow. Hard to follow. Exactly what I thought, basically. I then ended up really enjoying the X-Hex when I read that, which surprised me so much. It's got an overall average of 3.54, but I want to see some bad reviews because I normally don't like romance. So let's have a look at some 1-star reviews for the X-Hex because I feel like that could be fun. This is great. Please, for the love of God, if I ever pine this hard after a man I dated at 19 for only 3 months, 9 years later, somebody just kill me. I get it. I get it. So boring. Never mix witchcraft and vodka, but mixing vodka with this book was necessary. Good lord, this was boring. Cringeworthy. Ooh. And then some DNFs. That was entertaining. I feel entertained by that review. Thank you very much to that review. Oh, do I dare do it to myself with Discord of Gods? We're getting to more recent now because I'm skimming over some books that I felt kind of averagely about. But I don't know if I have the guts to do it for Discord of Gods. We're gonna do it because, like, if it makes me cry, it makes me cry. It's got an average of 4.42, so that's great. However, let's consider that it is the 5th and final book in a series, so by the 5th and final book, you will have, like, whittled out all of the readers that aren't going to enjoy it, which should make these 1-star reviews hurt even more. Less than 1%. It's got 1 1-star review. Did the person actually write a review, though? No, they didn't. They didn't. They just rated it 1 star and didn't say anything. But a single 1-star review. Damn. Let's go for the 2 stars then. Sad to say that I'm quite disappointed with how this book wraps up the series. Oh, Teresa. Keeping all the characters straight became impossible in this final novel. I get that. I get that. Not many 2-star reviews either, but as I say, it's because it's the final book in a series, so we will have whittled out the readers that weren't going to give it good reviews anyway. Let's see. We're, like, very recent now. Toilet Bound Hanako-kun I recently read, and it was chaotic mayhem. I had a fun time with it. I ended up rating it 4 stars, and it's got an average of 4.38, which is pretty high, so I want to see some bad reviews for this. Weird horny shit. There was a weird... Actually, yeah. Valeria, I get that. There was a weird moment. I remember that. This was an odd series. Yes, it was. Not the style of odd I was expecting. It's more a middle school paranormal drama. I kind of get that. Chris, I am not reading that review out loud. Absolutely not. I dislike how it turned out. The art style is beautiful and the story idea very interesting, but I dislike how it turned out. Nothing too entertaining there other than weird horny shit. And you know what? I won't disagree with you. Let's look at some 5 stars though, because I did love it. This rekindled my love for manga. Good. Oh, keyboard smash. I love this so much. Oh my god, please, I can't. Oh my god. Oh, your god. That's a good review. Crying. Fuck yeah, bitches. That's what I'm fucking talking about. That's amazing. Okay. I love that review. Oh, that was fun. I like that review. Fuck yeah, bitches. That was great. Ooh, one more from my more recent reads. Do we want to do The Shadow Glass or The Shadows of Self? Fuck it, we'll look at both. Let's look at The Shadow Glass first. Average rating of 4.15. That surprises me. I was expecting that to be lower. I ended up giving it 4 stars myself. I quite liked it. I had a lot of nostalgia for it, I think, because of how much it reminded me of, like, The Dark Crystal, Labyrinth, Neverending Story, etc. So I wonder if a lot of people had similar thoughts. But I want to see some 1-star reviews. Oh, it's only got 3 1-star reviews. And it just says, nope. Just nope. Wow, the people that gave this low ratings really had 0 effort, because the 2-star review just says, meh. We have nope and meh. The effort. Oh my god. I can't talk. I don't review. I just click on the star. Maybe I should start reviewing. Do you review on Goodreads? Do you, like, actually leave a review? Or do you just leave a star rating and call it a day? Let me know. But that's really boring reviews. Sorry, Shadow Glass. Nope and meh. I really liked it though, as I say, nostalgia was there. And finally, last one we're going to look at is Shadows of Self, which is book 2 in the second era Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. It's got an average rating of 4.29. Brandon Sanderson is very beloved, however, I know that era 2 of Mistborn is less loved. And I'm definitely one of the people that love it less. I did end up rating it 3 stars because the plot twist at the end redeemed it a little bit. But I want to see some bad reviews for this, just to validate how I felt the rest of the time, and it's got 399 1-star reviews. Didn't think I would ever say that I hate one of Sanderson's works, but I do. The Old Westish setting of this novel and the caricatures of characters made me grimace. I feel it with the Old West, yeah. This is finally the point where I abandon Sanderson. Wow, I have 3 chapters left, but I can't do it anymore. That's sad. Those who love this book are simply gaga over anything Sanderson writes. This book is by far his worst, and I've read all his books and I'm a huge fan. It feels like his standard dropped and he just needed to pump out a book for the sake of satisfying publishers. I will say, I haven't read a lot of Sanderson, but I agree with that dude. It was not up to standard, I don't think, for Sanderson at all. So I feel quite validated in that, and I'm not going to look at the 5-star reviews because Sanderson has so bloody many. But that was fun. There we go. We didn't go through every book that I've read so far this year, just picked out some ones that stood out for good or bad reasons, but that was fun. I now feel like I understand what Goodreads thinks of some of the books that I've read this year. And I also now see, looking back at all of the books that I've read this year, that I feel very averagely about a lot of them. I haven't had as many standout reads so far this year as I would like, so I've got approximately a month to fix that. I need to read some good books. So if you have any recommendations for a standout book that you think I am going to absolutely love for the end of this year, if you know my taste, let me know what it is, because clearly I haven't had enough of them. And if I don't get to it by the end of this year, I need some great reads for next year, clearly, because far too many average ones there. But there we go, there we have it. There is that video. I understand what Goodreads thinks. I hope you have enjoyed going through this with me. I had quite a bit of fun with that, so I hope you did too. But yeah, thank you ever so much for hanging out with me, and I shall see you in whatever comes next. Bye!